Good afternoon, Crime Talk aficionados. This is Scott Reisch, and this is our update. There are a couple of cases we're going to talk about today. The first is Kelsey Berreth. She's missing, a very attractive young woman from Colorado who hasn't been seen since Thanksgiving. A quick update on the Geiger matter in Dallas, Texas. That is the police shooting with Botham Jean. And then we also have the case of Ramsey Bierce, who is a former Miss Kentucky who likes to send nude photos to her students. Let's talk about it. So the first case that we'd like to talk about today, and it's not really a criminal case yet, and at the time of the recording, the police have not given us any information, but a very attractive young woman by the name of Kelsey Marie Berreth, B-E-R-R-E-T-H, has been missing from her home in Woodland Park, Colorado, and she has not been seen since November 22nd of 2018. What makes this case somewhat unusual is that she's a very responsible woman. She has a 1-year-old daughter, and she is employed as a flight instructor. And I can tell you, as a pilot, flight instructors, pilots are usually pretty law-abiding people because they follow the rules. There's all kinds of rules to be followed, and there's procedures. Also, there was a ping of Miss Berreth's cell phone in Gooding, Idaho. She apparently has relatives there, but nobody has seen her or made contact with her. There's also no information that she got in a plane and flew somewhere or that she drove. Apparently, everything in her house is completely untouched. It's also unclear where the daughter may be, but apparently there's nothing to indicate that the daughter is missing as well. So her family is quite concerned, and if anyone has seen her, let's hopefully we find her and this doesn't turn out to be another tragedy. The other matter is the Amber Geiger case. Amber Geiger is the former Dallas police officer who is no longer a police officer, who originally was indicted for manslaughter for the killing of Botham Jean. Mr. Jean was a resident in the same apartment complex as Ms. Geiger. She goes to the wrong floor, different apartment, thinks she's entering her place and believes there's an intruder inside, so we believe, and shoots Mr. Jean. And the new district attorney in the case has since indicted her for first-degree murder. What's also interesting is that the district attorney down there has refused to release the 911 call or the autopsy report in this particular case. Now, I understand there's an ongoing investigation, and normally that's not what takes place, but the 911 tape isn't that unusual, and you would think that it would be made available in this particular matter. The other case that I want to talk about, kind of on the lighter note, but still very serious, and I'm sure that Miss Ramsey Bierce, B-E-A-R-S-E, a former Miss America contestant and former Miss Kentucky winner in 2014, who actually made it to the semifinals in the Miss America pageant, is back home in Kentucky and is working as a teacher in the middle school. And apparently, Miss Bierce thought that it would be okay to send nude topless photos of herself to a 15-year-old student. Now, I'm not sure why she would think that would be a good idea. We hear about this all the time. And I'm not sure why Ms. Bierce would do something like this, because she's a very attractive woman. I cannot imagine that she could not find a date if she wanted one. And that date could probably be of legal age, but somehow this 15-year-old, who knows? Who knows? What makes people do the things that they do? Lust, perhaps. Anyway, Ms. Bierce has been charged with distribution of obscene matters to a minor, and she made her initial appearance in court, and she is now free on a $1,000 cash bond. Now, this is a felony charge, and it carries up to a 5-year prison sentence and a $25,000 fine. What is unclear from the information we have, but I would reasonably speculate that this would also carry registration as a sex offender. So this is interesting to me because, frankly, I've said it for years that the reason why I make a decent living that I do as a criminal defense attorney is that there is, sex, drugs, and alcohol. Those are the three things that always seem to be underlying every criminal case. So the case of Ms. Berreth, obviously, there's potentially some sex. Hopefully, in the missing pilot case of Ms. Berreth, there's nothing there at all. Hopefully, she'll turn up. Maybe she was just feeling overwhelmed, and she'll turn up safely. And she has a family that's obviously concerned for her, and there's no indication of foul play other than everything is okay at her house, and she's just gone. And apparently, photos at the Safeway where she was in Woodland Park have her being there. The last video that they have of her, and there's nothing to indicate that she was under any kind of distress or any kind of foul play that's taken place. So hopefully it's just a case where somebody just maybe got a little stressed and went off and disappeared. But you never know in these type of cases. And the Botham Jean case down in Botham Jean case in Texas is going to be interesting because that story just simply makes no sense whatsoever. Why would a police officer, okay, I always get these cases where police officers, they can do no wrong. Their ID was not suspect because they've received training. They know how to discern. They are more attentive, more observant. And I get that all the time from DAs. I get that all the time from judges. Oh, a police officer's more observant their surroundings. They are always on patrol, always on alert. And then to walk into somebody's apartment and shoot them, and it turned out to be the wrong floor, wrong apartment, the door doesn't stay ajar, the front doormat is not hers, and apparently casually afterwards you can find video out there of her basically getting on the phone, acting like no big deal, calling the police, thinking that somebody was an intruder in her place and she shot them. Something is not right. There is something in that particular case that has not been revealed that I think is going to be a bombshell, and I think that that's the reason why they went from manslaughter to first-degree murder. The facts simply don't add up to her story, and we'll see if she originally was going to get a pass simply because she was a police officer. So that's the update for today. Thank you for watching Crime Talk. Please, if you like the channel, subscribe. Please hit the like button, and please leave a comment, not only on cases you want to discuss, but anything that we've discussed here today. Thank you, and have a great day.